Santa.
Oh, fucking right.
Let's tell him what you want for Christmas.
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
What's up, y'all? Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
I hope your day is filled with love and joy. Today, I would love to bring in this Christmas with the film Bad Santa. Y'all, if Fuck Them Kids was a movie, I think that this would be it.
Girl, fuck them kids and fuck you too.
And if you want to know why, come with me and let's slide into this recap.
Follow me, I know the way.
The film opens up in the bar, and by the looks of things, tonight seems to be grown and sexy night. We get introduced to Willie dressed in his Santa outfit, and he looks terrible. And I don't think any of these drinks are helping. We then cut to the mall, and Willie is back on his shift, and his work ethic is the same as how he looks. Terrible. He messing up the kids' pictures, being rude to them.
You want to see some magic? Here, let's watch you disappear.
Fuck them kids! What the hell is wrong with you? You told me!
And to top it off, he starts peeing on himself. It's now the end of the shift, and the security guard goes to turn on the alarm system and then leaves out. But what he doesn't know is that Willie's friend Marcus was under disguise as a snowman and rushes to stop the alarm from being set. He then lets in Willie, and they have a little Black Friday sale of their own. We jump forward 11 months to Florida, and Willie is sleeping when he gets awakened by his alarm clock, and he gets a little bit cranky.
Fucking shit! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Later that day, he gets a call from Marcus telling him that it's time for their annual Black Friday sale, aka Rob and Steal, and he wants him to meet him in Phoenix. And Willie clearly doesn't want to miss any deals, so he heads his drunk ass to Arizona. They meet their new boss, Bob, and Willie doesn't quite make the most welcoming first impression.
Excuse me?
Willie.
Are you saying there's something wrong with my gear? Is that what you're saying to me?
I'm sorry, your gear? Willie.
My fuck stick.
Hey, Willie, take a seat.
But somehow Bob still lets him continue on with the job, and this is how lawsuits happen. This man clearly should not be anywhere around kids, and even Willie himself knows that, because when it's time for him to come out to be Santa, he's knocked out drunk. Marcus tells him to get with the program, and he goes back to doing what he does best, terrorizing the kids. We then get introduced to Thurman, who isn't doing anything but minding his business, trying to go to the mall. Yet and still, these low-life bullies start picking on him.
Hey, fat ass, how you doing today? Hey, loser.
He makes it to the mall and meets Santa, but you already know Willie don't mess with these kids. It's now later that night, and Willie meets this bartender named Sue. They seem to hit it off pretty quick. Real quick, actually.
Fuck me, Santa, 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 fuck me, Santa.
Oh, can I at least take this?
After they get through rocking around the Christmas car, Willie is about to get beat up from this man when Thurman comes in and helps him. And shouldn't he be in bed or something? Where are his parents? Willie surprisingly drives him home. Okay, I see you, Willie, a little character development. When they make it to Thurman's house, we find out that his dad has been away for a long time, exploring mountains, and his mom, well...
What about mommy?
She lives in God's house with Jesus and Mary and the ghost, the long-eared donkey, and Joseph and the talking walnut.
He says that his grandma is the one who takes care of him, and when Willie hears that, it's almost like he heard a sale being announced, and it gets even better for him when Thurman introduces him to his grandma, who doesn't even care that this grown man just walked in her home with the busted up Santa suit and the ski mask. She just goes to fix them some food.
Let me fix you some sandwiches.
Willie asks Thurman if his dad has a safe, and I guess the whole family is missing a few screws because Thurman takes him right to the safe and lets him take his dad's car.
Bye, Santa!
We cut to the next day, and Bob overhears Willie clapping cheeks in the dressing room. He goes to his boss, Jen, to tell him about it, but Jen could care less about any of this. We then go to Marcus, who catches Willie getting very touchy with someone in the arcade. He gets angry and tells him that he can't be doing this because if he gets caught, he can really mess up the plan. But Willie, being Willie, is so nonchalant about the situation and heads home. But when he gets to his place, he is told that a cop is looking for him.
Who the fuck is in my room? Did you see somebody go in my room?
Yeah,
Some guy asking about you. Look like a cop.
So he goes to Thurman's place to crash. And do you blame him? I'm pretty sure all the house robbers love going to Thurman's house. Now we see Jen catching a kid stealing from the store. He then makes a call to get someone to run Willie's license plate. So it seems that Jen is catching on to Willie. We then cut to Marcus and Willie filling out the building so that they can make their robbery without any troubles. Jen then gets a call that the tag belongs to a person named Roger Merman. And after visiting Roger in prison and doing some very vague investigative research,
Your name Roger Merman?
Yes.
You're doing 3 to 6 for embezzlement?
Well,
Do you have any house guests?
house guests.
Thank you for your time.
he comes to the idea that Willie is a completely innocent guy and he just curses a lot. We cut to Thurman getting off the bus when he once again gets picked on by the bullies, but this time the bullying gets a little physical. After the bullies are through with him, he goes to Willie to ask for an elephant to help him with the bullies. But instead of a Christmas present, Willie gives him some Christmas advice.
The world ain't fair. You gotta take what you need when you can get it. You gotta learn to stand up for yourself. You're gonna have to quit being a pussy and kick these kids in the balls or something.
After he leaves, Jen takes Willie and Marcus and he tells them that he knows what they're up to and he wants a 50% cut of the profit. So it turns out that he was lying to Rob about him thinking that Willie was innocent in order to get Rob off of Willie's back so that he can join forces with him. And that was actually a smart idea. I ain't gonna lie, he had me fooled at first. I was like, this man dumber than the grandma. Now we're in the mall and surprise, surprise, Willie walks in, well, crawls in drunk and starts vandalizing the decorations, which scares off the families. Jen drags him out and gets him home. In his car, Thurman comes to him and he notices that he's been punched in the eye. So he takes matters into his own hands.
I'ma just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
And you know what? This may have been the nicest thing that Willie has ever done. And he even thinks so as well.
I beat the shit out of some kids today. But it's for a purpose. Made me feel good about myself. It was like I did something constructive with my life or something.
And you can really start to feel a bond form between Willie and Thurman. Thurman even interrupts Willie from clapping cheeks to give him a bloody gift, and Willie doesn't even get mad.
So I thought I'd give you a present now.
What the fuck is it?
It's a wooden pickle.
Why'd you paint it brown?
It's not paint, it's blood from when I cut my hand making it for you.
We cut to Thurman showing Willie his report card, but we're not even gonna talk about these grades. But we are gonna talk about the fact that Willie didn't even know what Thurman's real name was until he read the report card. So when he burst into Thurman's home with all his belongings, he didn't ask for no names or nothing. He just went right in and made himself at home. And the kicker to this is Thurman's last name is Merman. So that means that Thurman's dad was Roger Merman, who we saw who was locked up and not in the mountains like Thurman was told. We cut to the big night of the robbery, and even though they've already had a plan set, Marcus has a plan of his own, and that's to get rid of Jen. So he lies and tells Jen that he needs to get his car jumped, but it was all a setup, and they crush him between the cars and run him over.
Put it in reverse, Lois.
After Jen is finished off, Marcus heads back to the mall and meets with Willie for a little bit of holiday shopping. Holiday robbing. And everything's going well until Willie turns around and sees Marcus pointing a gun at him. Marcus has had it with Willie's reckless behavior and plans to finish him off like he finished off Jen. But before he can do so, they're all shocked when a gang of cops pop out and begin shooting at them.
Drop the gun.
Where did you come from?
Fucking kid.
Marcus, come on!
Willie manages to make it out and sends the cops on a high-speed chase to Thurman's house. He makes it out of the car and tries to run in the house, but is shot.
Somebody stick a cork in those fucking kids.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
The movie ends with the narration of Willie reading a letter he wrote for Thurman that says that Marcus ended up in jail and Willie's friend Sue will be watching over him. Also, after Willie recovers, he will become a sensitivity counselor, and he even left Thurman a bloody gift and a t-shirt.
And cut.
Bad Santa was a good time. I enjoyed watching the odd relationship of Willie and Thurman. Willie was an alcoholic thief who had nothing going for himself. And from his very first scene in the movie, you could tell that he wasn't happy with his life and he had no real direction. Then you have Thurman, a young kid with no friends and no real parental figure to watch over him. He doesn't have the best grades, and similarly to Willie, he doesn't have any real direction in life. And I think that it was the uncertainty that they both had in life, which is what drew them close to each other. Like when Thurman saved Willie from getting beat up from the guy, he didn't even protect himself when he was getting bullied from the other kids. But there was something that he saw in Willie that gave him enough courage to go up to this grown man in order to help him. Same for Willie. When he was being chased by the cops, he could have easily tried to flee the country and leave everyone behind. But instead, he drove to Thurman's house because he wanted to give him a Christmas gift because he knew how much it meant to him, even though he could care less about kids or Christmas. So they both saw something in each other that they didn't see in themselves. And that's my review of Bad Santa. But before I leave, I want to give out a special award. In true Christmas spirit, this award is for Best Heartfelt Moment. These are moments that are real tearjerkers. You know, moments that make you think that the world isn't so bad. So I want to give this award to Willie beating up the bullies for picking on Thurman. Now, I don't normally be cheering for adults beating on kids, but it was all for a good cause. So come on up and get your award. And if you made it to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like and subscribe. And until next time, peace and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.